Hello everyone, welcome back. This video we will move to next chapter for pizza.owl, talking about the WebProtege. This is not like our just a standardized the practice, but like our information sharing on how you can use WebProtege compared to the desktop Protege. I will also put this video in the Protege tip folder, so you can view this as a separate, but it's also part of this series in the chapter 12. As Michael mentioned, you can use the Protege desktop for the past exercise. You can also use this WebProtege to do the similar things. But bear in mind, this WebProtege, they don't have the reasoning. So that is one function lack. Since during the past exercise, we did a lot of actions, so activities need to verify through this reasoner. So it's highly recommended is you have followed the series of the video using the Protege desktop to finish the past exercise. But there's a pros and cons. Is the advantage for WebProtege is you can have a certain collaboration, the feature that Protege desktop, which has our individual tool, cannot provide by default. So if you have a small team and you have two or more people want to working on the same model, same ontology at the same time, WebProtege is one choice. So for this beginning, is we can go to this website and to download and install the WebProtege on your own server. So that's the two options. So we will use the first option, the download and making that into working with your local server is a more complex step. But if you come to prodigy.stanford.edu and you go to the download now, you can see here is the Protege desktop. Above that is the WebProtege. You can directly go to here is the use, and you can also see the wiki to get the this guide is on how to install the Protege. But unfortunately, this WebProtege admin guide page is not work empty. You can remove this and come to this main page. And you can see here is administrator user guide. So you click this, it's coming to the Protege project, WebProtege, and now it's the version 4. So you can go to this version 4 installation. Then to follow that, you can try to make that working in your local server. Just to ensure you have the 3 prerequisites. Java, at least 11, Tomcat as the web server, or the servlet container, and also our local database. We use the Mongo database. I may consider later to record another video to talking about how to configure this WebProtege running on the local server. But for our this video, we just use the Stanford server to do the demo. So if you click this one, the view, the page is webprotege.stanford.edu. You will come to this login page. You can do our sign up with your username, password, and also your email address. And then after that is you can log in with your username. The interesting thing is here I found is not like other the tools or web tools. The WebProtege, they also have the case sensitive to your username. For example, is I sign up with my Xiaoqi, the name. But if I just type in the O in the small case, its side is enable login. It's because it's when I sign up, I use the capital letter for the first one. So remember that. And also definitely password is case sensitive, and you need to ensure is you use the correct case for your username. And then you can click sign in, and you can close this. I have some project already, but if you don't have project, you may see are empty. The window. Then let's see. To upload pizza ontology, select the large create a new project. Let's follow, close this tool. Let me put that here so we can see side by side. So create a new project. This will bring up the window show here, and we see the pizza with data. Language, fill out. You don't need to fill in the language. We have our description, the pizza tutorial ontology with data. And then choose file. Button dialog. Once you have all the fields similar, it's like this. Now we choose file. File is come to, you can clone my repository, then you should have this folder, and you can have this file. And then click create new project button to this. Note this is a different button than the one you start from. Previously it's this one, now it's create. So it's this upload, and these are the new created project. Now we continue. Your workspace should now include your first project, including some of my earlier projects as well. Click on 3 horizontal bar here. In the more far right of the project, this should bring up our pop-up menu. Select open. So you can just open here, or open in the new window. You can download or delete. So let's open. The default in WebProtege as with Protege is to use auto-generated UUID. So remember, we have the very early exercise and the video we're talking about. We need to switch to the user-defined or user-supplied name for our purpose. So that is we will do that. If you aren't sure about this, they're excellent and think is make at the top of the WebProtege UI. The right corner, there are variable link, display project share. Click the project. I believe here is a setting. See in the IRI surface, let's switch to the supplied name. So new entity setting. Leave the rest of the settings as they are and select the apply button. So what the setting here? So we can configure our display project name, description, which we did that during the creation. Now we can change this suffix. And then the annotation, display name setting, select webhook, enter. So those are for certain API purpose, payload, now apply. And then when you select apply, you should return to main WebProtege view with the class hierarchy. So let's see our class hierarchy is here. And individual is here, but we don't have our individual by class view of the tab. So let's see. So there's some type here, but it's not all the tab you can see, like desktop. If it doesn't select that tab, select the pizza. Pizza. Your URL UI should look like this. Comments, project feed. Those are certain collaboration feature we will see later. IRI is the complete IRI. Annotation, parents, as base, pizza base, as currently content, XSD integer. So that's the exact same. And if we can see here is the same, let's put this. Now this figure 12.3 is you can see from here. And this is the filter. So you can select all, select none. These are create, delete. When you create, you here also the little difference. You don't have to create simply or create a child. So just create. Note that the actions for the pizza class are there, but they are not editable. So you cannot edit them. You can just browse. Prodigy use the reasoner even when the entering and editing the actions to ensure that any actions have the proper syntax. So since there is no reasoner, so that's the major reason in WebProtege. So you cannot edit actions, but you can delete that. So that is the dangerous things. Also note the panel on the right, comments, project feed. These are new capability WebProtege to facilitate the collaborative design of ontology. We will demonstrate this shortly. First, you can navigate the class hierarchy like this. Click on pizza to see subclass. For our scenario, imagine we are opening a new branch of our pizza store in Chicago, and we are dealing with our domain expert in Chicago Pizza. As they examine the hierarchy, they are appalled to see that there's no class for Chicago Pizza. So when we come to pizza, we have named the pizza, but no Chicago Pizza. A type of a deep dish pizza that first became popular in Chicago. Click on name the pizza, then click on the icon in the left corner of the comments here. Start. If you hover the mouse over this icon, you should see start new threads, indicating make sure named pizza is selected, then click the icon to start new threads. This will bring up a window titled as editor where you can begin a new thread. Typing is we need a subclass. So these are some requests. We need our subclass of named pizza called Chicago Pizza. It should have an action that requires it to have a deep pen base. Then hit OK. So we have our here need resolved by somebody, by your collaborating. So you can also see the project feed is Xiaoqi posted a note like this. So like this figure 12.4. So that's the way is when people log into Ontology in WebProtege, they can do the comments. Now the new comments is in here. The comments will capture made and with the timestamp. Okay, so to see what threads discussion looks like, click on the new comments and select reply. Add a comment. That is, I also it's myself. Agree. Let me copy paste. Chicago Pizza is awesome and deserves its own class. So both are updated. Let's address these comments by creating a new subclass of a subclass. So select name the pizza in the class healthy. On here, you can see we have 2 comments. Now the icon in the upper right of this view that looks like this. When you hover that is a create. You can use this icon to create new class and subclass. Make sure names pizza is still select. Now let's do the Chicago pizza. You can leave a language type field empty. In the desktop version, we don't have this language tag. So now we have our new name, the pizza, Chicago pizza. You should now see this as a subclass of piece named the pizza. Note that the top of the project feed should be a new entry. Xiaoqi create a class. Chicago pizza is a subclass of named pizza. So this is our the tracking of your WebProtege, the project. You might be tempted to resolve this thread. Note the resolve link at the top of the initial. So back to here, you can go to the initial. So here, however, we are not really done. Remember that we need to not just create a class, but also define the axiom that a Chicago pizza must have a deep pan base. Since we can't add actions in WebProtege, we need to export our ontology back to Protege. Typically, we would collect many more comments and changes before exporting, but we want to demonstrate how round-trip editing works. So now we are in the halfway. So I will stop here and record the continues in the second part of this WebProtege video. See you.